Hello there, my YouTube family. How are you? I'm back with you once again, wanting to do a program on questions that was asked, and I think this is going to be really a blessing to you. Many of you have emailed me, you've left your comment, you have messaged me. Thank you so much for sharing and liking the videos. If you're listening to this video, don't forget to subscribe and like and share the video. If it's a blessing to you, I know it would be a blessing to someone else. And I wanted to answer this email about triangulation. Um, why do narcissists triangulate and what is their benefit? Well, if you have a relationship with a narcissist, you can understand the power of triangulation. It's not only sexual, it's involving anyone else to distract you, to divide you, so the narcissist can have maximum control. Because the narcissist, when you feel threatened, the narcissists know that you are going to react when you feel threatened. And when you feel threatened, it raises their value. And anything that look like it's going to take away from you what you love, you start to react to it. You start to succumb to it. You start to surrender more and more of yourself to the narcissist, more and more benefits, even though that may not be the return for you. And a lot of times, because the demand in supply, you are not thinking about what is costing you or what is leaving you. The narcissist is very skilled, especially those who are very skilled in triangulation. They will use, if they haven't triangulated too much unless they use it for a business venture. Most narcissists will not, especially if they have a tremendous amount of triangulation, and those on social media can recognize that they've been triangulating and they put themselves on social media. It can cause a disturbance because someone can comment on what they're doing, and it can bring exposure. So some narcissists are not on social media like others are, because they will find that they've been identified because they have a host of people that they have triangulated. And sometimes triangulation can lead to a smear campaign. If they don't get what they want, they will start to smear character. But triangulation is when you got three or more people involved with the narcissist, including the narcissist, you, the narcissist, and someone else. And sometimes there can be other people. And the narcissist divide you from those people so he can have dominion over those people's mind and over you. And what the narcissist does, if you find yourself very successful and the narcissist have a tendency to be very jealous, the narcissist then will start triangulating. He will make you, or she will make you feel that you're losing them, that you can't keep them, that you're ignoring them, and that you're neglecting them. So they will bring in another person and they will shower that person with attention, shower that person with time, and make you remember what it was like when they gave you all of that. So now you are scrambling because you don't want to lose them. You feel like, I need to give more, I need to say more, I need to be more, I need to surrender more. And you're surrendering more, and instead of the narcissist giving you more, they are spending more time activating this triangulation to make sure that you know and want what they are. And because they got a problem with grandiosity, if something captures your attention, you got a promotion, you're with the children, you want to be with your family, or you start taking pride in yourself and you start building up your mind, building up yourself, boom, here comes triangulation. Triangulation bringing tremendous guilt, and it brings tremendous confusion, because especially when you are giving and you are giving and you are giving and you're giving and you're giving more, and some of you even take off from work, you're jeopardizing your job because the narcissists make you feel that this person wants me. And I'm doing everything I can, but now they're stalking me. They're hounding me. And sometimes when you neglect me, I feel a little bit weak. I'm trying to hold on. Okay, all of that is making you feel a little discontented or discombobulated, because you feel like, I'm not giving them enough. I need to give them more. And instead of responding, instead of thinking about what you are giving and the surmountable time that you are spending with the narcissist financially, psychologically, you're thinking lost. That's all the narcissist wants you to think. You're gonna lose me. I am too valuable for you to lose. You know you love me. You know you care about me. And the narcissist will even say, I love you, but I feel like I'm losing you. And you're like, how you losing me? I'm coming home from work. I'm cooking. I'm doing extra. And he said, yeah, but this person, they keep calling me. Then you said, don't answer your phone. You said, yeah, but then they get another number. Yeah, and then sometime what the narcissist does to triangulate, if they know about you, the narcissist will always give a negative report. They are not loving me. They don't make love to me. They're tired of me. They're abusing me. Or if you know of someone else, the narcissist will tell you, oh, they don't mean anything to me. They're just trying to contact me, but I'm avoiding them. But what you need to do, there's going to always be where you need to give more. And then when you don't, here comes the smear campaign. And you still, even in the middle of the smear campaign, you still go after the narcissist. And then when the narcissist triangulate with your family, he'll make your family think that you're crazy, that you're losing it, that no matter how good they are to you, you keep demanding more. They don't know what else to give you because they've given you everything. And in the midst of giving you everything, you give nothing. You're leaving. You're coming home late. All of those things are not true. It may be what the narcissist is doing, but it's not what you're doing. But that's not what they're going to lay claim to. Then the family calls you, talk to you. You got a good man. You got a good woman. Why don't you? And you're like, I'm coming home. I don't even go to the store. I come home before I go to the store. And now you seem like you're crazy because now they think that you're lying, because the narcissist has a public narcissist attitude. Then he has a private narcissist attitude. He has a public narcissist behavior. Then he has the private narcissist behavior. You know about the private because you know the true narcissist. They know about the facade. And the facade looks so good. It looks like every woman's dream, every man's dream. Or if they're triangulating, the narcissist spend time with that new supply, and they're love bombing their supply, and they need to go golden all the way with the love bombing because they need that supply hook, because they're planning to discard. And when they're planning to discard, even being married to them, they would discard you because they're planning to come back. They need you to miss them. And when a narcissist is skilled in triangulation, they are skilled in causing confusion and distancing, not only with the coronavirus, but they are distancing themselves in relationship. You can feel the gap coming, and they have a lot of them have perfect control of their sexuality, where you can't even tempt them because of their mind. A narcissist that is skilled strengthen their mind against everything that can weaken them in behavior, but they're not God, so they make mistakes. And the one thing you can do, instead of reacting, you can respond. But you have to always have control of your mind, because once he get your mind, the narcissist then go after your emotions. Or once he get your emotions, the narcissist then go after your mind. He has the emotions first, then the mind, or the mind first, then the emotion. His ultimate goal is to go after your will, to break down your will, which is your mobility, your doing, your action, your responding. Break down your will where you have become subservient to them in everything. When they triangulate, they make the new supply seem like it's everything. And you got to remember, because the narcissists like new things. They like new toys. They like new appliances, and they get bored quick. That new supply seemed like the ultimate. It seemed like the perfect person. There's nothing wrong for about 3 to 6 months with that new supply. It's everything they ever wanted, because a narcissist crave to be loved. They are being loved, but what they're craving is not to be loved. They're craving to love, and they cannot love. And because they cannot love, they have an inability to love. It's not that they won't love. You're thinking the narcissist, if I could do this, they'll love me. No, they are prevented. They are hidden within themselves. They're broken within themselves. And this brokenness has a prevention measure that won't allow the connection to come to freely love you. And there's fear. If you notice narcissists, if you watch them, they are fearful in a lot of ways. Even though they're risk takers, they are fearful when things come to them. They will take risk when it comes to you, or risk to make others look at them. But on the inside of them, there is so much fear. They talk these holes. They talk these gaps. They talk what they want to reach if they can only be. So the persuasion of triangulation, it's the persuasion of bringing you back into the net as a fish caught. Because when they love the new supply is a dream. There's nothing wrong with them. That new supply could be 400 pounds. When they get that new supply, they are not going to bring the failures to the new supply. They're going to bring all the strength to the new supply. So when they triangulate, the new supply will do anything. Because when you meet that narcissist, it's like the person you've been looking for all of your life. They're so perfect. You wonder why anybody haven't taken them up, why anybody haven't captured them. And you think you're finally, I found the person that I've been looking for all of my life. And that new supply feels that. And they bring in that new supply because if they have to do a smear campaign, they got someone on their side. And they built that new supply where their new supply will do everything. Their new supply will smear. Their new supply will lie. Their new supply will do anything just to have that narcissist in their life, like you, doing anything just to keep the narcissist in your life. Triangulation is cruel, because they would even gaslight, make you feel like you're crazy. Everything is your fault. They will devaluate you. They will ghost you because you hurt me. I'm hiding away because you don't love me. And you like, how do I not love you? I've done everything. I done sold my money market certificate. I got all of my investments involved in you. I got my business involved in you. I got my heart involved in you. I don't even talk to my children or my family involved in you. And when we have kids, I make sure that you are first, and you're trying to figure out what else do this person need. A narcissist, an empty hole you can never satisfy. That's why you have to turn inward and build yourself. If you want to safeguard against triangulation, it is a crime against your mind. It is a crime against your self-esteem. It is a crime against your confidence. Everything that is strong about you, triangulation is the attack mode. It is the weaponry to strip you of everything that have your feet solid, to have you solidified in personality, to have you thinking that you are strong and that you can go on and that there's something more about you. Triangulation is a stripping mechanism. He will do it, she will do it, and they do it when you want them most. Before they triangulate, the love making is great. They gift you because they need your emotions on a platter, and they got the axe in their hand, and then they triangulate you. That's why it's so confusing. I thought we was okay, and they said we're not okay because you are not doing what you're supposed to do. And you're asking them, what am I supposed to do? If you tell me, I'll do it. You're never going to get the answer unless it's something that they want for immediate gratification. You got to remember, when a narcissist triangulate, none of it is about you. It's all about him. It's all about her. The narcissist will never do anything to give creditation to you. The credit will go to them. The building will go to them. The grandiose will go to them. Grandiosity is their theme. It makes them feel good. And anytime they want to feel good, and when they go out, they need to look good. It doesn't matter whose party it is. They must be the life of someone else's party. They get all the attention. Well, when you have a relationship and you're with them, you're married to them, they're coming home day after day, and they're bored, and they look like you now going where you are you're not giving them the attention they need, and you so fed up until you are almost emotionless. I mean, you are numb. Whatever you do, do it. Okay, now he needs to get you back stirred up because you are ineffective. You're ineffective to him because nothing they do is bothering you. Triangulation usually get you back, because even though you're a stone rock and you are just cold, you're thinking, Okay, I can't just stay gray rock. Come on. I'm going to have to do something else. And what you do something else, immediately when you move out of that position of being numb and put out of that neutral zone, you are activated into every phase that the narcissist want to take you through. Those that post social media, posting women, and then you find them, they're on the computer all the time, not giving you, and then they put on cologne, they dress up, and they tell you, I'll be back, and you say, where you go? I'm going to the office, or I'm going to my family, or I gotta meet my brother. You know in your mind that is not it. And they leave little notes. They may leave their phone up with somebody's picture on there because they've been talking to someone. And the moment they text them, they leave their phone up. And you discover this. What is this? And then they act totally surprised when everything they do was intentional. Or they put it on Facebook or one of the social media programs. And there's somebody there and they act surprised. And there you go. You're nervous. I mean, you're insecure. And that insecure is just taking over your life. You're asking, what do I do next? You're making dinner, you're losing weight. They notice your efforts and you're right where they want you. Triangulation can be very, very cruel. And it is very cruel. It's never a benefit package. You are being stripped from who you are. You're being stripped of dreams, promotion, because when you think you're losing someone you love, what is a promotion? You could care less about that promotion. Exactly what the narcissist want you to think. Exactly what the narcissist wants you to think. Triangulation is a cruel weapon against your total being, your total mindset. When they don't come home, you think you've lost them. So instead of you concentrating on building yourself, bettering yourself, you are thinking about the narcissist. And when the narcissist just show up after 3 days gone, you're too scared to argue. You are too afraid to contend with them. And it's the least little thing that seems like it's an argument, you back off from it because you don't want them to leave again. Those who are skilled in triangulation know what they're doing. You have to be just as smart. The narcissist is intentional. I'll never forget. I was told everything I do is intentional. Everything I do. And you really don't get it till it's after it's over. After it's over, you reflect back and you think everything they do is intentional. All of this was intentional. Every bit of it. None of it was by mistake, unless it worked beyond what they thought or it didn't work. Then they resculpture their plan. Build your mind. I'm going to say this on every video. Build your mind. Read, read, read. Keep your mind out of neutral zones when it comes to building you. Keep your mind out of low places when it comes to building you. Without your mind, the narcissist is totally ineffective because to move you to action, he needs to move your mind to the position that is going to greatest benefit him. Triangulation is never good. So answering your question, when you get in triangulation, you are in the middle of warfare. You are in the middle of a battle. Prayer is more powerful than you think. Prayer is just not praying to a higher power, praying to Jesus Christ, or praying to whatever element that you are using. No, prayer is correcting you, bringing you back to a sufficient mode, bringing you back to a concentrative element, bringing you back to the most potency that you can ever be, bringing you back to your authentic self until no matter what anyone does, who you are will always be and will always exist. When they love someone else, it's a risk when they come back home because a lot of narcissists won't use protection because they're risk takers. They think they can get a disease, but I won't get a disease. They're risk takers. They will risk your life. So you need to be smarter. You need to know what real love is, because then you'll know what real love does. When you know what real love does, then you'll know what fake love is and what real love does not do. You are more powerful than to be triangulated. It is not a threesome. You're married, you didn't walk down the aisle with two other people. You walk down the aisle committing yourself to one person. That's the way it should be. When you triangulate, you lose your value, the narcissist gain his value. You upgrade your narcissist when they triangulate, but you lower rate yourself. You diminish yourself. You decimate yourself at the cost of everything you are. Triangulation costs everything. So remember, it's never a corrective measure. It's decimation of who you are. Triangulation never works. Build yourself and outwit the narcissist. Unless he have your broken emotion, your broken mind, your broken dreams, your broken will. They only work with broken tools, because what's not broken, they cannot fix and they cannot dominate. They only work with broken tools. In triangulation, prove what's broken, because that's the arena you will begin to manifest in. I hope that I've answered questions, and I hope that this video will really encourage you, strengthen you, and bless you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like and share this page. And keep writing me. Keep sending me your comments. Those of you who want coaching, you can get me on Zoom. Email me at destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. I have a copious amount of emails. I promise to get back with you, and we can start our coaching on Zoom. So if you download Zoom, and me and you can work out our schedule, and we can work out our plans, I promise you, you will get stronger, and your authentic self will arise. I'm Helen Sadler, your Destiny Helper, and I will see you on our next video. God bless.